Alright, hey guys, how's it going? So this video I'm doing right after I uploaded the video, the giveaway video. So I figured I got some time right now, I might as well get her done. So this video is going to be about updating a couple things on my Z800 workstation. The only problem I've had with the Z800 workstation since it was new, or since I got it, is compared to new computers, it doesn't have SATA 3 6 GB a second natively. It has SATA 2 3 GB a second, and it does have a 6 GB a second SAS controller, but I'm not sure how well that would work. I'm sure I could put that for my storage drives, but I'm not sure if I'd want to RAID like my my boot drives off of that, because what I want to do is I want to take either 256 GB SSDs and RAID them in RAID 0 for my boot drives to get a little extra speed. And if I could do that on the SAS drives, that would be easier. You know, I could get the speed out of it without having to have another card. But I'm just not sure about SAS. I know you can use it with a SATA hard drive, but you can't use a SAS hard drive with a SATA connector. But that's about all I know about it. So I need to do some more research on that. But for now, I'm going to tell you what I've done. So I can get SATA 3 6 GB a second speed on my boot drive, which I just have one SSD in there. I put this in a while back. It's a USB 3 host card, but it also has two SATA 3 6 GB a second ports on it. So it has two USB 3 ports on the back, and then two SATA 3 GB or 6 GB a second ports on the inside, and that's what I've been using for my boot drive. So I actually get SATA 3 speed, and it works good. The only problem is I don't have enough USB 3 drives, and I want a USB 3. I want a USB 3 on the front. So that's where the next upgrades come in. So basically, this whole video is going to be talking about the upgrades I've done to kind of modernize the Z800, because the processors are still fast as hell. They're not as fast as like a new 4770K or something like that by themselves, but two of them together, you know, are way faster when it comes to like video editing and things like that. When it comes to gaming, not so much, because gaming is more on single core performance with a couple of cores. But with video editing and rendering, things like that, the multi-core always wins. So that's why I got this machine. You know, if all I wanted was a gaming machine, I would have just built one for $1,000 and probably had better gaming performance. But I wanted a killer video editing PC and a decent gaming PC, and this was the best option for the money. I got about $1,000 into it total right now. It's got two 3.2 gigahertz quad core hyper threaded processors in it, the 5672 Xeon CPUs. It has 24 gigabytes of DDR3, 1333 ECC memory. It's got a NVIDIA GTX 970 4GB graphics card, or 3.5, you know, whatever. And it does good and everything. I mean, I haven't even touched the graphics card or anything, trying to overclock it or anything. And I'm happy with the gaming performance. So, but anyway, so far I have this in there. This is the USB 3 card that also has two SATA 3 6 GB a second ports on the inside. I'll show you that when I open it up. So this is in there, and then I have a Crucial, I think it's a B100 256 gigabyte or 240 gigabyte SSD, and it's got really good read speed, but the write speeds aren't that great. It's like 525 read speed and 380 write or something, which still isn't bad. It's way better than a regular, you know, hard drive, like a magnetic hard drive. So but this is the first thing I'm going to put in here today. Is this is the Initech USB 3 card, and what's cool about this one is this is the card right here. It has 5 USB 3 ports on the back, and then it also has a internal port for 2 in the front, and then it's powered by a SATA power connector, 12-volt connector. So I'm going to run this to the front, and then I'll have 5 more in the back, plus I'll have 7 in the back total, because I have a USB 3 hard drive dock, and I have a USB 3 multiplier with an SD card reader and all that. So That takes up both of my rear hard drive, my rear USB 3. So this will give me 7 or 5 more in the back, and then 2 in the front. So, and then I got this splitter, so that the SATA power adapter that's already there, not the one that's running to, not any of the power that's running to the graphics card. I have another one that's already running down there for the USB 3 and SATA card. I'm just going to split it, molex off of that, and run one to this card and one to the card that's in there. That should be plenty. So I got that for that. I also have a small one, a smaller, shorter one if I need it, but this one should be good with this card. And then with this card, it's like anything else. You get the card, a little, what do you call it, a zap resistant bag or whatever for static resistant bag for electricity. You get a user's manual. And then actually with these, the driver disc comes in handy because it's kind of hard sometimes for these cheaper brands to find the driver online. I mean, you can find them usually, but it takes some looking sometimes. So if you want to get up and running quick, just load up the drivers on the CD. It usually works okay. Windows 10 though is pretty good about finding drivers that work with stuff. Like when I installed Windows 10, I didn't have to reinstall any of the drivers for the card that was already in there. I just found them and it worked. So we're going to be putting this in there today, along with something else I found that I thought was pretty cool, which is this. It's who makes this thing? I'm not even sure. They got them under a whole bunch of different names on Amazon, but it's a media dashboard, okay? And it has, it's not the one with the display over here. It's this one, okay? So it has it's got a multi-card reader. It's got 6 USB 2 ports, 2 USB 3 ports. It has let me see what it's got here. It has an eSATA. It has a actual external SATA port, which is like a normal external SATA port like you would have inside. And then it has a 4-pin molex, which is really cool because then I can just, even though I have a hard drive dock, if I ever need to use it, I could plug in a molex to molex extension cable. I got one of those in my wish list on Amazon for like $8. It's like 2 feet long. And then I could get a regular internal SATA cable and run it on the outside. I probably won't ever use that, but hey, if I need to, I can. Or I can get an eSATA to SATA cable or whatever. But all kinds of connectivity. It's got the front audio, but I probably won't even use that because mine works fine, so there's no real reason to use that. And I don't even use my front audio. I use the rear plugged into my speakers, and I just plug my headphones into those, and it works fine. So, but yeah, I'll be installing this with the USB 3 card, so I'll have USB 3 and more USB 2s in the front. It only has 3 right now, which is fine, but it's always nice to have extra USB 2s, And then I'll have 2 USB 2s up front so I can quickly plug in, stuff in there, because the USB 3 in the back works okay, but I found out this cheap USB multiplier I bought from Amazon for like $15. It kind of diminishes the speed of it compared to plugging it straight into the USB 3 port on the back. So I don't really like it. It was really cheap, so I'll either return it or just keep it for power and stuff. I got 3 or 4 USB 3s on there, and they're all charging ports, so they provide extra power and stuff. So, and also the card reader on it's really slow. It's supposed to be USB 3 speed, but it doesn't have very good speed. So, I'll figure it out later, but I'm hoping the card reader on this will be fast enough. It'll probably only be USB 2 speed, but that's alright. So, alright, let me move the camera. Actually, I'll take this out of the box real quick, and then I'm going to have to shut the computer down and move the camera closer so I can show you guys the inside of it and how I install all this junk. So, alright, so in the box you just basically got 2 styrofoam dealios to hold it in place. Then you got this basically just like a brochure that tells you the different connectors on different models, I guess. It just has different models and what connections are on them. It opens up too, and it kind of tells you how to install it, but not really. It's kind of a generic install guide. And it comes with a couple of screws for the 5 1/4 inch bay, and then a little piece of like double-sided tape or something. I'm not sure what that's for. But anyway, and here's the actual media dashboard. It has a little cover for the molex plug too. 2 USB 3s, 6 USB 2s, an eSATA, an internal SATA on the outside, 4-pin molex, the stereo audio ports, and then a multi-card reader with like CF. It'll read micro SDs, SDs, and all kinds of other crazy stuff. So works for me. And basically that hooks up through one USB 2, the double plug here on the back. That's where your USB 2s come from. This is where your eSATA and your SATA come from right here. Normal SATA cables that run down to your SATA slots. Luckily I got plenty of those in here because I already got 5 hard drives hooked up. So, or 4 hard drives. That's for your eSATA and your SATA connectors on the front there. And then you have 2 USB 2s for all the 6 USB 2s on the front here. And then you have a front audio somewhere. Oh no, wait, one of these is a USB and one's audio. Yeah, this one's the front audio, which I probably won't even hook up. And this one is the USB 2, which connects all the other USB 2 stuff. So, and this is the molex power connector to get to the power to the front. So, pretty simple. Pretty simple hookup. So I'm gonna get this stuff. I'm gonna get the camera moved so you guys can see it, and I will get her yanked apart and we'll get her going. So, be right back. Alright, so I got the old Z800 turned off here, and I moved my mouse and my joystick out of the way here so we can get to the side of it. And now I'm going to go ahead and pull her open. I got to find somewhere to set this little desktop tripod here so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing with that. That's not very good, but hey. Gonna have to work for now, I suppose. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the main cover off of it here. That easy to get it apart, no freaking screws or nothing like that, like on gaming desktops. That's the one thing I love about it. To get inside of it, it's super easy. So I'm gonna unplug the power too, just so it's not powered on. Make sure it's drained too. Hold the power button for a second and make sure it's all the way drained. That way it doesn't frickin' have any power left in it there. Alright, so now what we gotta do is take, we need to get into here to get this out of the way. So we gotta take all these covers off anyway. I need to clean it out on the inside a little bit. It's got a little bit of dust going on in there, not too much though. Not too bad. Alright. So now, alright, let me get this light repositioned so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing here. Alright, so here we go, guys. Hopefully you guys can see in there. I got the light positioned as best as I can. This is my little work light that I got for using on computers. It's pretty bright. It's a 170 lumen little work light. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect that USB 3 card right in there on that. This is the PCI Express slot right above the graphics card. And then run the power cables down off of this. Either the molex connector or right off that SATA. I think I have a SATA to SATA or just a molex to molex. I'm not sure. But I might use that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I got a bunch of adapters though, but basically I need to put molex power to the front port and to that USB 3 card there. So I'll have to use a splitter or something because I only got one available molex right here. And I got one SATA right there. So I'll figure out something. I might use a molex to molex splitter or something or whatever. I'll figure it out. Shouldn't be that hard. So now I gotta figure out where my open USB 2 ports are down here. I should have one. Maybe not. Thought I did, but let's see here. This thing should have some extra USB ports open. I can't find any though. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there's one open USB 2. I guess that's all I really need. I'm not connecting the front panel audio anyway, so I should be good with that. Alright, so the only other problem I see is we got 5 hard drive cables hooked up. That's because the bottom port in this thing's open, so I might have to disconnect that one. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Oh, for now I might disconnect one of them until I can see, because eventually I might take these my storage drives and put them on the SAS controllers down at the bottom, and then run them in RAID 0 and stuff like that. So, but for now I'm just leaving everything on SATA because I don't want to fuck around with it, because before I do all that I need to back up all the data, and I'm gonna wipe everything on these hard drives I have in here. And I got 2 2-terabyte hard drives I want to run in RAID 0, and then one 1 terabyte for all my programs and stuff. So if I can run those off the SAS controller, that'd be awesome. I could free up those SATAs, and then I can run the I can run the boot drive off the 2 SATAs on the car, on the USB 3/SATA card right there. So that's not really a RAID controller card though. I might get a RAID controller card. So, but alright, well, we'll get started here. I'm going to put the USB 3 card right there in that slot. Split the power down here somehow, where I also have a molex for the media dashboard. And then I might just unplug the 4th hard drive bay here because it's empty anyway. This one. I might just unplug that and use the SATA for that one, and then the last SATA there. Because it has 6 SATA slots. I already got 5 used. So one's for the DVD drive, which I really don't even need that. I guess I could unhook that and use one of those drives. DVD drive, and then the other 4 for these hard drive bays right here. So, well, we'll get her figured out. So I'm gonna get the stuff unpackaged, and we'll get her going here. So I'll be right back. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is get this USB 3 USB 3 card installed right in there, and then get some power to it, and then I'll worry about the media dashboard after that. So let me get to this here. I'm going to see if I can prop this in here somewhere you can see better. There's definitely not enough light getting in there for my comfort, so I'll leave that right there for a second. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention too is I got this Corsair. It's a 3 1/4 inch to 2 1/4 inch bay adapter that I'm going to be using for the 2 when I RAID 0 the hard drives. For now, they're just they're in a little one. They're sitting inside one of these drive bays that goes in the front, just the empty blanks. It's the single ones just sitting in there. But whenever I get the second one, I'm going to be using this and cutting the back out of one of these and permanently attaching it inside of it like that. But I got to cut the back out of it so it'll fit. And that way this will be my permanent, like 2.5 inch drive bay, for 2 of them. So I could probably even stack 3 of them in there if I needed to. But once I get a chance, once I get a second SSD, I'm going to cut the back of this out so it'll be open in the back, and I can put my 2 SSDs in there and be good to go. So, for now, this is my SSD that's in there now, and this is a 2 SSD mount also, but it's really flimsy on the top, and it's okay, but it's not as nice as the other one. And this one here, though, the reason I got it is because I can just set it in here like this, and that's pretty much how I got the SSD sitting, is like that. And then I just run the cables through this little notch right here and plug it in for now until I get it cut out and do it the right way. So it works for now, but it's, you know, eventually I want it to be a more permanent, stable option. So, but SSDs aren't really, you know, aren't going to matter as much as like a regular magnetic hard drive for you know, movement. So it's not as hard to, you know, it doesn't need to be as secured as much and stuff. So that, I'm not too worried about it. Plus, I don't really move this machine around a whole lot. So. Alright, so let's get this show on the road here. I'm going to install this card in the PCI Express slot right there. The cool thing about this this computer also is it's pretty much 100% toolless. You can take this whole motherboard out without any tools. The only thing it requires tools is to take the heat sinks off the motherboard. So, but if you just want to take the motherboard out, it doesn't require any tools. Everything you can do with your hands. So, pretty cool. These are a bitch to get off, though. I remember that much. And they're not even really connected hard. It's just that the way they fit them on there, they're nice and tight and hard to get off. So, there we go. Just got to bend it a little bit, and it pops right out after that. So, alright, now we need to put this beast in there. And, let's see here. Let's see how I'm going to do this here. Alright. Slide in like this, I suppose. Make sure that's back there where it's supposed to be. This is where it's supposed to be. Okay, slide it in. There it is. Forward and the rest of the way. Okay. Sorry if this camera's all shaky and can't see much. It's kind of hard to get the light inside the PC. That's why I'm using this little work light to kind of help. So hopefully it turns out better than it looks on this little screen on the camera, because it doesn't look very good on there. So alright, so that's on there. Close that cover again. And that cover just holds everything on there. So alright, now I need to get power to it. So this is what I have for power connectors right here. I'll show you. And I had this one here connecting to that the SSD, but I think I might rethink that here. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I could probably just use a splitter and it'll run. Let's see here. I need a molex for that, which could be this one, and then this SATA could run into here, and then I could use this molex for the other one. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna have to use a longer molex, though it doesn't look as nice till I get another one. I'll have to use this one here probably. Yep, maybe the other one might work. Let's see. No, not quite long enough, I don't think. Once this SATA power connector's in here where the SSD is going to be, it's going to be awfully tight in there. I'm going to have to actually run the cable inside there to get to this. So I'm going to have to use this ugly non-sleeved long one, but that's alright. At least I don't have a window on this thing. So, alright, let me get my SSD back in there real quick so I can get it hooked back up before we start hooking this junk up. Because if I don't, it's going to be hard to hook up. It's a lot harder to hook up with that other 5.25 inch bay in there. So, alright. Hook up the freaking power. Alright, so this one will just be kind of hanging out here. And that'll be the one I'll have to use for the USB 3 card. I like how they even got the damn covers on the molex cable to keep them from getting all filled with shit. It's kind of a premium option, I guess. And then this one will be used for the media dashboard here. I really hope you guys can see this okay on this video, because I ain't about to do it twice here. Alright, so got that SATA power connected. Or my SATA data, there it is. SATA data cable, get that reconnected. Okay. I gotta put this 5.25 inch drive. You can see how these go in. They're pretty easy. They just slide right in the front. And they actually just clip in place with this black thing right here. It holds it in place. That's pretty cool. So I'll let you guys kind of watch from the side here, because it's going to be kind of hard for me to hold that with my hand while I'm doing this. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright. Alright, so if I push all these forward and stuff, and they kind of get in that hole, and then I can put the other one in there. I still have these two molexes out here to use. Alright, so now I need to get the media dashboard in there, which is going to be the really fun part, I'm guessing. Try to get some light down here, so it's not working too good today. Okay, that's a little better. Hopefully you guys can see that a little better with that light there. Alright, so I'm going to get this media dashboard put in before I run anything else, because it's going to be a pain in the butt if I don't. I think. So I run these cables through here. Get them out of the way. Alright, now we got them all through. Okay. We got them all through without getting any stuck. That's good. Oh, well, that doesn't fit in there very tight. That's not cool. That's alright though. It's a little skinnier than your normal. I'll have to show you this here. You can see that there's a freaking gap in there, which I really don't like. You see that? But I'll fill it with something eventually here. Not right away, but I'll find something to fill that with. That annoys the shit out of me when stuff like that. So I will be filling that with something. But for now, it's just going to have to work. So let me see if I get this light prop back up here. Alright, so first thing we need to do is get all this crap kind of organized and out of the way. That's the USB 2 cable. So that one I'm going to need. This is the USB 3, of course, which I'm going to need. And this is the power. That's the front audio, which I am not going to use. So I'm just going to find some way to wrap this up underneath here or something. Let's see. No, that's the USB. This is the front audio. I'll just wrap it up and put it in with the hard drive, I suppose. Hopefully it'll stay in there nice and neat for me. If not, I'll have to zip tie it up or something. I might just slide underneath it and go in next to this hard drive like so. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got the power, USB 3, and 2 SATAs. Good to go. Alright, so next thing I'm thinking is I'm going to have to unhook this bottom hard drive bay. And I'm going to have to unplug this bottom hard drive bay here. And then I can plug these two in. Hopefully this works okay. It should, in theory. But we'll see once it's done. I'm going to test everything out once we're done here, so we'll see what she does. Alright, so these are the right way up here. Yeah, nope. Shit. Which way am I? Oh, okay, I gotta flip it over. Okie dokie. Fun, fun, fun. I need to get the light down here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. There we are. Get in there. Alright. So we got that one connected. Now I need to get this one connected, and they're both flipped the wrong way, so they're going to be all tweaked and stupid, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Alright, got them all connected. So, we got the SATAs connected. Okay, now we need to get the USB connected, which is down in the bottom. So, I guess it really doesn't matter which order we connect everything, but might as well connect it, right? Alright, so the USB is down there, if you can see it. There's a USB open right down there. And it says USB 2 right underneath it, so that's how you know it's a USB 2. If you can see that, it's right there where my finger's pointing. Little pins right there. Hopefully you guys can see it down in there. Right down in there. So that's where I gotta connect it. Hey, by the way, this thing's a magnet too, so it's pretty cool for working on cars and whatnot too. But I don't even know where they sell them other than at the, I got it at the damn pharmacy where we get our medications. They had them for sale at the counter. I'm like, sweet, let me get one of those. So, I'm going to wrap this shit around behind the damn PCI Express power. So it's not hanging out all up front and shit. Yeah, no, I could rewire, I could, you know, do a little bit better wire management with this stuff, but I just want to test everything first, and then I'll probably come back in later and redo the wire management and make it all look a little neater and push it all away from the graphics card so it doesn't get hot. You know, the cables don't get real hot and shit, so don't be bitching about me cable management. Plus I don't have a window anyway, so I don't really care. As long as they ain't all jumbled up and getting caught, you know, on nothing hot or anything like that, that's all I care about. I don't really care how it looks in here because I don't have a windowed side, and I'd never put a windowed side on here. That'd be kind of stupid. Alright. So there's that. The USB's connected. See if I can get up over top of this. There we go. So now all we got left to connect is the powers, the SATA power for the USB 3 card, which I need to connect first because it's on the inside, and then the molex power for the external molex on that, which, wow, those pins are really crooked. Look at that. Oh well, they're all crooked like that. They make them so damn cheap. It's freaking ridiculous anymore. Alright, so the molex power I'm just going to rerun back up here to this one. To the shorty one back there that's tight, you know, that's coming off the hard drive, if you can see it in there behind my hand. Wait, this camera's too low, sorry. That little shorty one back in there is what I'm going to connect that to, since it has its own power cable. So I can put this right here, that helps. So I'm going to run this over to this one. And I could probably tuck it in with the my phone's ringing. Alright, well my analness when it comes to wiring is getting the best of me here, so I'm going to redo these wires before I go any further. Because they're just too clustered right here. See how I'm going to do these. I at least just got to get these out of the way a little bit here. I'll just unplug this one and put it behind. Well, no. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, I'll unplug these here. SATAs. I don't like them touching the graphics card like that, so. We are going to put them back here. Stuff them back behind all this shit. There we go. Now we can pull these wires out. Get these kind of underneath there to hold them away from the graphics card. That's better. There we go. Now, plug in this bottom one here. If you guys can see that, hopefully. It's really hard to see down. This case is pretty deep. So I'm going to plug in the blue one right here first. Alright, now that we got the SATA cables tucked back in here, I got to plug those back in. So I'm going to do this blue one first because it's kind of the hardest one. I got to make sure I hate how they're flipped over all the time. Alright, see if I can get this frickin' thing in here. This one's a pain in the butt right in the corner here. Oh, I got it. Sweet. Alright, let's see if I can get this one in now. Let's see here. Flip it that way. Push her in there. Okay. Come on. I gotta use this light. I can't see nothing. I don't want to just jam it in there and not know if it's lined up right. So, there we go. Alright. Alright, got both of those in there. So now, got both of those hooked up. Now we got to do the, I'm going to do this power cable before it gets in my way here. See if I can get it hooked up to this frickin' molex. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get to here. It's pretty tight. Let's see if I can hold it like this. These frickin' things are all crooked too, so they're probably going to get stuck in there halfway and make me disconnect it. Oh, man, I knew it. Oh, I hate these frickin' cheap molex connectors, man. Frickin' junk. Alright. Try this shit again. Alright, try this shit again, see if I can get them lined up this time. Oh, I think I got it. I hate these old molex connectors, they're such a pain in the butt. Especially when the new ones are so damn cheap that the pins don't stay straight. Alright, I gotta pull this damn thing. Crap, I can't mess with that. Let's see. I gotta move the camera out of the way here. Alright, where are we at here? Okay. Alright, let's see if I can get this shit connected. Damn, this shit's hard to get connected, man. It's almost there. Almost. Just a little further. Good enough. Let me check this frickin' SATA cable connector, make sure that stayed in there. Alright, we're good. So now that's in there. Let me see if I can tuck this back in here somewhere. Keep it out of the way of the CPU fan. Yep, that'll work. Okay. Alright, now we gotta do the power to the USB 3 card. Which I'm gonna have to use this ugly ass scumbag of a cable right here, but hey, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'll get a nicer looking single one later. But for now, this one's gonna have to work. Jesus, these are a pain in the butt. Alright, so let me separate these. But one of them ain't even going over there. The other one's just going to get tucked down in here. Out of the way. Like so. And this one we can run over to here. But this card's got a back plate so it doesn't get all hot and shit with this thing on here. Alright, so it needs to go. Which way is that? This way, okay. Alright, hopefully you guys can see this shit. My hands are probably in the way and everything else. It's kind of dark in here too, so that ain't helping. Alright, come on. This is a pain in the butt of a freaking spot right here, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that rhymed. Haha. Alright. Come on. Definitely not an easy spot to get my fingers in here and try to connect this SATA connector. There we go. The heck is going? Oh, you bitch. Well, I had it on there for a second. I had it started anyway, and then I knocked it off. Damn it. Alright, there we go. Oh, shit. There we go. We got her. We got her done. Got her did. Alright, and then actually I should have ran that above that. Here, I'll just do this here. There we go. If I keep that like that. Shit, I don't want that on that heat sink though, really, so. Crappy. Alright, let's see if I can find some way to wedge this so it's like keeping it up off the graphics card but not hitting that damn thing either, so I doubt it, but hey. That's gonna have to work for now. Fuck it. Alright, now I gotta connect my USB again because I disconnected it to redo these wires. So I'm gonna run this down through here. Come on, bitch. Alright, run that down through here. And connect it at the very bottom here. I hope this video comes out okay though. This is so dark in here. I don't know if it's going to. Sorry if it is. Sorry guys. I'm still going to post it, but if it looks like ass, I apologize. I fucking can't get the light down in here very good, so ain't much I can do about it. I'm trying, but it's just not cooperating. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but connect this freaking USB 2, which is also a pain in the ass spot. It's like right up against the bottom of the case. Come on, dude. Jesus. Come on, there you go. Got it. There we go. Now we got her done. Okay. So now, got that done. Now we just got to connect the USB 3 connector to the USB 3 card. So where does this thing go here? This way. Okay. So I'm going to try to find somewhere to stick these freaking cables to. I doubt I'm going to find it anywhere. Let's see if I can. These ones I'm going to have to run underneath here to keep them out of the way. Yep, there we go. I don't want anything touching those CPU fans, really, because those probably get the hottest out of all this shit. The graphics card might get a little warmer, but since it's got this back plate on it, I'm not too worried about the back of it getting too warm. Oh, is this the right way? Oh, I got it flipped over. No wonder. What an idiot. Somehow I flipped it over. When I was putting it through here, I didn't even realize it either. Alright. Of course, everything's backwards, you know. Oh no, I didn't have it flipped over. What an idiot. I had it the right way. Oh, moron. Alright, come on, dude. Get in there. These freaking pins are so small. I'm always afraid I'm just going to freaking, on the USB 2s and 3s, I'm always afraid I'm just going to, like, bend one in or fuck it up or something when I'm trying to connect them because they're so damn flimsy. It's unreal. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's already one bent on this one. Jesus Christ. I didn't even freaking hardly push on it. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know if it was bent before I got it or what, but I don't think so, but I don't know. Alright, yeah, it looks pretty lined up. Let's try it. Well, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, let's try that. There we go. Now we got her done. Alright, we got her in there. I'm going to have to find some way to get these up off the graphics card, though. I don't really want them on there, but they should be alright for now. I'm going to get in here one day when it's pretty warm, after I just played a game or something, and see how hot these wires are getting. If they're getting real hot, then I'll find some way to like I'll put a hole in here or something and zip tie them up. You know, just a little itty bitty hole in there and zip tie them off that like that if I have to, so. We'll see what happens. I don't want to pull a hole in there if I don't have to, but if I have to, I will. So. But it looks good for now. We got the USB 3 card in there, all hooked up. And we got our media dashboard all hooked up. Everything should be working, hopefully. And I gotta get something to fill in that damn gap, because I really don't like that at all. Look at that light coming through there, man. That sucks. That's ridiculous. But that's alright. It's cheap. It was like, I think it was like 28 bucks or something, so. You know, I do my shit on a budget, man. I don't buy the most expensive shit, you know, and like this computer, there's no way I'd ever buy one of these Z workstations brand new. They're just way too expensive. I mean, you know, if I was using it for a profession that was like, you know, paid me a shitload of money, then yeah, maybe, you know, but, you know, if I made a shitload of money off of editing videos or whatever I'm doing, you know, and that made it worth buying a brand new one and having all that power, then yeah, maybe, but that's a whole lot of money when these first came out, and the new ones are still $3,000-$4,000 for, you know, not even the most beefed up one you can get. That's like the, you know, mid-range ones, so if that, probably more towards the lower end. So alright, well, let me get this sucker powered on, and I'll get this driver CD installed, and if I have any problems, I'll let you know how that goes. If not, I'll just go ahead and do it, and I'll show you how it works once I get it installed. So be right back. Alright guys, so we're up and running again, and to my surprise, or not so surprised I guess, Windows 10 went ahead and installed the drivers. And I even tried to install the drivers that came on the disk over top just to make sure, and it said it was the current version, so I didn't need to. So, I haven't tested everything yet. I'm going to try the USB 3 out right now. That's the main one that I'm worried about. So I have this USB 3 32 gigabyte flash drive. Try this fucker out first. There it goes. Popped right up quick, and then I'll run a crystal disk mark on it too, and make sure we're getting real USB 3 speeds. So let me pull that out. Put it in the next one. There she goes again. So we're good to go, and then I'll go ahead and try that in the USB 2 ports too, just to make sure. Yeah, working. Put in the next one. Working. So the next one. That one works. Yeah, I know this isn't good for it, but I'm not about to sit there and click on that damn remove it now button to try all 8 of these. If I lose a little bit of data off this, it's not a big deal. It's just my troubleshooting and data transfer. There's nothing important on it, so. Alright, cool. Everything works. Yeah, buddy. So let's test the USB 3 speed, though, real quick. Alright, we'll run a quick, that's drive I. So let me pull up a crystal disk mark real quick. Disk and flash, and where's my crystal disk mark? Am I missing it? No, I must have put it in the wrong one. Nope, where did I put it? Could have swore I put it in this one. Maybe I accidentally moved it to the wrong one. I don't know. There it is. I accidentally put it in benchmarks. Oh well. Let's see. Alright, let's run. Whoop, not that one. 64. Run Crystal Disk Mark real quick on drive I. And we'll just do the top two for now because they take too long to do the whole thing. So we'll do these two. See what it comes out as. That's the main two everybody looks at anyway, really. So just to see what the base speed is anyway. So we'll see what she does, and hopefully it getting decent speed. I'll try the back plugs too. Well, that's pretty good, 153 megabytes a second. I'll do the back plugs too on that card and see if there's any difference. And then I'll show you what the speed of this stupid this USB 3. This is supposed to be a USB 3 hub, basically a replicator, but it really slows it down. Last time I tested it, I'll test it again though just to make sure. That's plugged into that other card. So 151.3 megabytes a second read. And on the sequential read and write, and then 83.23. That's not too shabby for me, man. I'll take it. So it's not the max, USB 3 speed, but I'll take it. So there's that one. And then actually, right now, I'll go ahead and try this before I'm gonna put this in here. Wrong way. We'll see what we get. It's still showing up as I. So go back in here just to make sure. Open a new window just to make sure we're still in there. Yep. Okay. So sorry, this focus is all jacked up right now for some reason. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Alright, Crystal Disk Mark. See if it'll stay in focus now. Alright. We'll do this one. I already selected I again. See what she gets on this little port replicator. Last time I tested it was really slow, and maybe it might have been with a different flash drive, I don't know. But I hardly ever use it just because of that, I like having the I don't like having these damn things sitting all over my desk anyway because they're full of dust and everything else and whatnot. So, I can probably get rid of that now. Or just use it for charging stuff, I guess. Come on, man, hurry up. Come on, come on, come on. So anyway, while we're waiting on this, so I got that card installed. Everything seems to work okay. I still have to try some memory cards in it. I'll try those here in a little bit, and I'll put in the description if I had any problems. Holy crap, that's horrible. What the hell is that? 0.996. That ain't good. Something's wrong with that bullshit. Anyway, holy, what the hell? That's like the worst scores I've ever seen, dude. Let me try that shit again on a different port. Maybe it's just got dust on it or something. I don't know. That's stupid. Alright, let's try this again. Now it says there's a problem with the drive. I doubt it's a problem with the drive. It's probably more like the damn plug. I'm gonna get it out of here. Yeah, I'm done with this stupid freaking port replicator deal. Let me put it back in the USB 3 up here, see what it still says there's a problem. Yeah, it still says it has a problem. That probably caused it. It was that damn port replicator thing. Oh well, what the hell are you gonna do? Alright, so anyway, Yeah, the media dashboard works pretty good. The next thing I'm planning on doing is I'm going to leave that USB 3 card that I just got in there, and I'm going to get a cheap, probably a cheap, what do you call it, RAID controller card that has at least 2 or 4 ports that does SATA 3 6 gigabytes a second. And then eventually I'll get 2 SSDs for the boot drive and run them in RAID 0. So for now, that's it though. Everything's working fine. Seems to be working fine. You know, the USB 3 card's working. I'll try the back plugs here in a little bit. The media dashboard's working. I just got to fill in the stupid gaps. So that's about it, man. Let me know if you guys have any questions or you want to see anything else about this machine. You know, and I would be more than happy to show you. So, you guys have a good one. Later.